Hit me. Oh, now that you're doing all that. I sent you that Michael Jackson video.
By the way.
Good segue,
you
right?
What?
That Michael Jackson, they released the, what is that shit called? Discovery video? Deposition video? Yeah.
It was a little odd.
He's very odd.
I mean, he's odd in general, yeah, so. Because,
Very
I don't know, once it was time for him to talk, he kind of straightened up. In the beginning, I didn't know what the fuck all the giggling was about.
Yeah. All right, welcome to the BZ Podcast. Sorry, y'all, we just running the conversations.
Didn't see there, hi.
Yeah, right? Formally greet y'all. Shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to all the people that rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff that powers us and keeps us going.
Yes.
All that stuff. All right, blah, blah, blah. Back to Michael Jackson. Yeah, he was very odd. For those that don't know what we were talking about, they released a deposition video of Michael Jackson, I don't know, back in it might have been like 96 or something. It was only like 10-minute video, but like, it's very strange. Yeah. Super strange.
Yeah.
We still prepared to cancel him if this happens, right?
Yeah, nigga. Still didn't get to see it yet.
I gotta check with y'all. We gotta keep checking back just to make sure.
I mean, I'm for whatever's right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So
very true.
I'm ready to see.
Very true. Very true. How's your week been, Britt?
I've been sick for the most part.
Yeah.
I think a lot of schools right now are experiencing just like a illness going on. Someone told me, God, I don't remember who it was, and I'm sorry if you listen to this podcast and you're like, hey, bitch, I told you that. I apologize, but someone told me that they have a friend that works in a school, and like so many people called out and so many kids were sick, they just had to completely shut down the school to just disinfect the whole school. I was like, damn.
That's good.
Because we've had like a crazy amount of call outs just all week.
What is it? It's like a cold? Is it
just I know I've just been super congested and sneezing and stuff like that and just feeling overall really weak. I know there's been a stomach bug going on, and some people have had more severe symptoms like flu-like symptoms. Mm-hmm. So it's just everybody's just very sickly, along with the weather just being up and down. Yeah, right. You know, with our 60-degree temps, and then we're dropping back down to 5-degree, and it's just,
yeah, it's wild.
But,
it's wild out here.
Yeah, my week has been,
been that.
Hopefully this week is better.
True. My week's been.
How about you?
Well, my week was kind of stressful. I'm still trying to get adjusted, getting back to work. Been out for 3 weeks. Yeah. And it seems like even like the most moderate amount of work seems like a mountain at this point. So like my brain, I've been exhausted. Well, I think it was Wednesday. I went to sleep at like 7:30, nigga. I woke up at 3 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, just been mentally exhausted. But other than that, it's been good, I guess. It's just a reminder I gotta get out of here.
We're alive.
Me alive. It's just a reminder that I gotta eventually get out of working that job.
I know.
Yeah. So
I don't even, but that's the thing, it's like, you want to get out of that job, and I'm like, I don't want to do no job.
That's my problem. I don't want
to do
nothing.
What I'm saying? Like, I need to go job hunt, and I'm like, I don't even want to work anywhere else, though.
Well, the model of just jobs in period, I don't necessarily want to go anywhere 8 hours or 40 hours out of the week and have somebody tell me what I got to be doing during that duration.
Exactly.
Put this model up. Sucks.
Fucking sucks.
Trash. Trash ass model.
Trash ass society.
Right? Whoever came up with the 40-hour, who's that fucking guy? Ford. Henry Ford.
Henry
Ford came up with the 40-hour work week. Like, how they set up
we're gonna blame it on him.
I think he did, though.
Oh, he really did?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck him.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Asshole. Dickhead.
Dickhead. Rumble me, cuz. Alright, but, yeah, so, I mean, people don't want to hear us complain. I mean, they're at their jobs right now. Probably not making it any better for them.
Yeah, we're all struggling.
What's been going on in the world today or this week? Alright, so I'm going to start off with this. Did you hear about that mountain lion attack?
No. Where? What
Yeah,
do you mean?
We're not
Wait. I shouldn't
time.
be laughing first. Did anyone get hurt?
All right, no, hold on, wait. I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right, animal attacks are kind of funny to me.
Oh my
I'm
God.
I'm not gonna lie.
You remember back in the day, they used to have those shows when animals attack.
It was the best period.
This is
of
before
television.
the internet, so we had to wait for them to show this nonsense.
It was the best form of television, and they took it off. I don't know why that's not still on television, yo.
When animals attack.
It had like the crazy music playing, like get on the
dun, dun, dun.
All right. Oh, yo, what's his name? I forgot who it was.
Number 4.
They had like right?
Countdown.
Yeah, you ever see when the cheetahs be going crazy in India? They be in like the slums and they just be running around going nuts and just attacking anybody close to them.
God, no.
Oh my God, I'm all for it, yo. All for it. Anyway, back to the mountain lion. The mountain lion attacked a jogger. I think it was somewhere out west, wherever mountain lions are.
Where, in the U.S.?
Yeah, it's in the U.S.
Okay.
Yo, the guy's in the hospital recovering, and the mountain lion is dead.
What the fuck?
Yo, he strangled a mountain lion.
Oh shit!
He strangled with his bare hands.
How? How?
You get clawed the hell up and you
how your hands wrapping around a thick ass?
Push
your thumbs into that nigga's esophagus.
Let me tell you, yo, it was some sort of headlock. He had a full mount, yo. He's like MMA. He got him in the full mount. No, I have no idea. Let me put this in let me contextualize this for people, yo. Try to choke your house cat and see what goes down.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like my fingers and my arms, everything.
Your back, those back legs gonna kick out so quick and slice your ass up. But yeah, strangled. That's a man.
That's the Hulk. What do you mean that's a man? What kind of man is that? Like, how big is this dude?
I don't know, yo. I immediately after he did that, he's probably like out there right now, like cutting an apple up and eating it off the blade.
Man, this ain't Chuck Norris. I need to look this up. I need to see.
Look it up.
I need to follow this guy and see his recovery and see if he's done any.
That's one hell of a bio
video
on
interviews.
Instagram. That's one hell of a bio on Instagram. I mean, he got fucked up. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
like, I'm sure he got. It only take one slice, but
right.
You can say you choked out a mountain lion. All right.
Madness.
Bucket list. What else we got this week?
Blackface. Just in time for Black History Month.
Yeah, I feel like they cutting up this Black History Month.
Showing out all the way.
They showing their ass.
Yes.
Gucci, right? It was Gucci?
Well, it started with, before even Gucci got put out, it started with what's going on in Virginia with these politicians. I didn't even know about it, but, my family, they all live in Virginia for the most part. So they're in a group text like, you hear about this shit? I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And basically, like, I think an attorney general and a governor, it came out that they had pictures that resurfaced of them in blackface. I know one of them had, like, dressed up as Michael Jackson, I think. And another one dressed up as, like...
Is it blackface with Michael Jackson?
And another one dressed up as rappers with their college friends. But it's like, okay. But another one though, I don't know if this is from Virginia. I know there's a guy in Florida too that came out. I think this is the Florida guy. Of course it's Florida because it's the most trash. He dressed up as a Hurricane Katrina victim. So,
come on,
yeah,
dude.
that one's like, alright, nigga, like.
Hey, y'all need to relax.
But yeah, I mean, any type of blackface, I guess, especially because of its history with minstrel shows, just doesn't fly with white people. I'm trying to come up with a conclusion because, of course, we have like white chicks with the Marlon Brothers and Dave Chappelle's done whiteface, and they also, I know I'm jumping around a lot. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this out as I'm talking. Because then I saw that they posted like Jimmy Kimmel and
which was pretty funny. Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, yeah. Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, they both did blackface. One of them did Karl Malone. Karl Malone. Karl Malone.
That was kind of funny.
It was funny, but people were mad about it. And they're like, well, what's the difference? I mean, I wasn't mad. But people were just like, what's the difference between that and, white chicks and stuff like that? And I'm guessing the difference is just like using the word nigga. I guess the difference is, of the history of blackface in minstrel shows. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just overall just a bad idea, a sensitive topic. And it's something that they used against us and weaponized against us and created a lot of the stereotypes that we have today. Where it started back in the day, back in the 1830s when minstrel shows started. Now, I've been wanting to do a topic about minstrel shows since we did New Black Renaissance, our first episode, because at the same time, right before the New Black Renaissance happened, it was kind of the tail. No, that's a lie. Minstrel shows went on until the 1960s. So, but with the Black Renaissance, I'm using the episode title. I'm like, no.
Harlem Renaissance.
The Harlem Renaissance. Jesus, God. I know. I'm getting all mixed up with my wording. With the Harlem Renaissance, they were using that to change the perception of, Black people in America, while they had these minstrel circuits going on. So, it was to counter that. But that was the first. I was saying I wanted to do a topic on this because there's a lot of information when looking up Harlem Renaissance on minstrel shows as well. But minstrel show would need its own episode because there's so much information that goes into it, and we've just been kind of putting it off. And now it's a hot topic. Yeah. So if you guys still want us to cover it, I am more than happy to, but just let us know. I don't know if right now you guys are a little bit over it, and maybe at another date we can do it a little later. But minstrel shows were basically like the first form of American entertainment. It started in the 1830s. That was before slavery was even officially, in quotations, over. And it's like they have this fascination with us. It's like they want to watch us and be around us, but not in the literal sense.
Yeah. We're like a commodity. Mm-hmm. It's like a commodity, something they can look at behind the glass.
Right.
And then carry on and go back to their life. We're over here, they're over there. And yeah, like you were saying, there's a lot of, it's different. You bring up white girls, what was that, Marlon Wayans and Shawn Wayans or whatever. Mm-hmm. There's no real stigma attached to it.
Right.
Throughout history.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's no, it doesn't have the background. So I think it's like dishonest when they say, if somebody brings that up as an argument, like, Dave Chappelle do what? Yes, on the surface it looks the same, but as far as it actually, the history and how those stereotypes have impacted our entire culture and impacts us day to day. You know what I'm saying? Like day to day, these stereotypes follow us around. It's not the same.
Right.
You can't
compare. And even as like I was saying, the minstrel show started a lot of stereotypes within our community
that we've adapted.
Right, because when they finally started allowing Black people to portray themselves in film or on the stage or whatever, they were still expected to act the same way that the minstrel characters did. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you had the Mammy character, the Coon character, who else? The Uncle Tom. Sambo, Uncle Tom. There were like a few like key characters that that Black people portrayed. It was only like 4 or 5. So we can only be those type of 4 or 5 people. And I mean, the Black woman was only portrayed as a mammy. She was unattractive, overweight, always belittling her man. You know what I'm saying? She was always over him. Yeah. And always more than, all of them pretty much were more than happy to kiss up to the white folks. But,
wasn't it Sambo? Was the Sambo the lazy one?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe so. Like kind of like the dumb, lazy one.
I want to point this out before you go. I want to point this out. some of y'all monkey ass people out there are still carrying these damn stereotypes.
Well, that's
and
the
that's
thing.
something
Yeah,
I
that's
want
the
to
thing
fight.
that right, and that's why it's important that we know our history because we understand where these ideals come from and why we've been portrayed this way. It's not just we just doing it. You know what I'm saying? They created that stereotype for us, and then these actors were told. Remember that we and you were watching a documentary. I don't know if you watched the whole thing.
I still have it open in my tab. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. And towards the end, one of the main actors at the time who was able to act in minstrel shows as a black person, he still had to put on blackface because his skin wasn't dark enough. And
imagine that. Right.
And he was doing a sort of a monologue on one point on film, and he was kind of talking about how you have to be these characters still. You can never just be yourself, and I just think it's really interesting and fucked up. And how they've just molded every facet of our society, and we don't even really know. And that's why a lot of them hold on to this blackface and this old time shit and think that it's nostalgic. You know what I mean? As a good time, or it's funny. It's
yeah. So, and you know what makes me so sad about it, or just this is why I get so disappointed. I think we touched on this in a previous recent episode of the discourse between black men and black women. A lot of the discourse I feel stems from stereotypes we took on. And I just hate that isn't talked about enough, or it isn't common knowledge that we're kind of fulfilling a narrative that was pushed upon us.
Right.
And we're doing, not only is there oppression coming from a white culture, they taught us to oppress ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's just super unfortunate that people don't do this research to find out where some of these stereotypes come on. And then I feel like if you do the research to do that and figure out these things, you can see how maybe you're perpetuating it in your own life. You can't just point outside of our culture. At a certain point, we took the torch and we're running with it.
Right. And so now we have, Gucci is getting canceled. Prada, Moncler. I'm sure is it Moncler?
Yeah, whatever. See, I don't have to cancel.
I don't
people,
even we don't even fucking
yeah,
I'm this is really for rich people and celebrities. This
not
movement.
even. This is for the people that feel like they have to have it. You know what I mean?
I said rich people that can afford this shit.
I know, but even if you peep, you'll go to the hood and something. It might be knockoff.
Okay,
but
sure.
you have people aspiring to get these things. You know what I mean?
But,
so it's
yeah. I mean, that really shouldn't be hard. But let's see if people follow through. I'm wondering, who else got shit? They can't be the only ones.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
But, what kills me, though, is, people are going to say they're going to cancel it, but, niggas still rocking that shit.
I mean, it's only been a day.
I know, but they're still going to rock it. My problem is...
I have a little bit of faith. I'm just waiting to see how it plays out.
True. But they're going to lose all their drip. Ain't that what the young people
there's
say?
other brands to wear. There's other high-end brands to wear, but you better do your damn research,
Ralph,
I guess.
It ain't Ralph, though.
Better do their research, I guess, huh?
I
was cracking up. I saw a comment. Somebody said, but I just bought this jacket, though. Wear it for the rest of this season.
Right? Or what's it called? My shipment still ain't even dropped. Somebody just pushed order. They jumped in transit.
Mad as shit.
I said that shit right back.
That's why you just don't even wear brands. Don't even wear labels.
Yeah, that's why these joints don't. It wouldn't be hard for me to cancel that because I don't wear this shit, man. I wear regular ass clothes, but it's gonna be difficult for these young whippersnappers. You can't just throw a Gucci belt on with some regular ass clothes and be considered fresh no more. Trouble. But yeah, you said CNN was doing a expose on it.
Oh, they did a little I guess, a segment on minstrel show history and stuff like that. Yeah, which was pretty cool.
We got to get to it. We got to get to our content faster.
Well, like I said, if
we got
faster.
They be
well, I mean,
stuff.
I've been saying I wanted to do this, and you're just kind of, I don't know.
No, I didn't say that.
You did.
Trying to put people on blast when the microphone come on.
Cause you keep bringing it up.
No, I'm bringing it up. Yeah, I'm bringing it up because I feel like a lot of the content that we come up with, or when we start talking about something, it's ahead of what we see in the timeline.
That is true.
So there's a bunch of times Britt has hit me on multiple occasions that has been like, yo, guess what they talking about on the radio today? Emotions. Guess what they talking about on such and such? Like, you know what I mean? We just see it. So we got to get the stuff faster, but...
And also, too, I think all of, that's also, too, with just... Sorry, I'm about to get all galactic. All of our brains are on the same wavelength. So we're all kind of thinking about the same things, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's funny. I went, the other day I was at the store, and I found one of my old, like, favorite perfumes. I was at Ross, so, it's just random shit. And I was like, oh my God, like, I've been looking for this perfume forever. They had it. So I went and bought it, and she's like, the girl, she's just like, what is happening today? And I'm like, what? She's like, you're the 8th person in a row to buy perfume today. Like, I don't understand. And I'm just like, I mean, it's just brainwave frequencies, I guess, That same thing would happen when I worked in a restaurant. There'd be certain days where everybody would order the same shit. And it'd be like a totally random thing on the menu, but everybody wanted it that day. So that's how you know that we're all connected.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah, we still need to get ahead of you niggas.
Yeah, we need to right? I mean, we're working on it. But we also got to keep in mind our dedicated listenership. Is that a word? Listenership?
It is now.
Whatever. It's not necessarily the content. It is who's talking about the content.
Hey.
So we got to keep in mind that we dope. So anyway... moving on.
Anyway, let us know if you want us to cover menstrual shows.
Very true. Very true.
Yes. We might still just do it anyway. I think I was just in my feelings. I said, I'm not doing it now. I think we'll just still... I think we'll just still do it anyway, but alright.
Yeah. Moving on.
What else happened?
Going on? Bow Wow. Bow Wow.
He always in the news.
Yeah, so what was it, like last week or 2 weeks ago?
Ain't never that positive.
Right, damn, son.
Him and Chris Brown and Offset.
He done fell off after like Mike. Let me not talk shit. I ain't talking shit. Shout out to Bow Wow. He's a pioneer in his own right. But he showed up. He showed up with his face all scuffed up, got into an altercation with his girlfriend, and he looked a little more scratched up than her. It was interesting seeing it flip a little bit. I saw some support for him in the initial.
Well, yeah, because they both got arrested, and everybody's like, okay, but he's the only one with his face all toe up.
Yeah, I saw people.
Saw the clip, yeah.
Well, no, I saw people pushing and saying like, if it was the other way around, or this is domestic violence. I want to see the same energy when it's flipped the other way. This, that, and third.
I heard them arguing about it on the radio too.
I do think it's important. It is important to identify because as a guy, you're told never to hit women, and there are certain women that probably take advantage of that. So it is important to call it out. But then I see the clip. There's a clip, and there was no fighting in the clip. There was no striking, but you could tell they get on the elevator. He gets all up in her face. You could tell he's being aggressive, and I had to stop and think. And I'm wondering to myself, was there any time I was ever that mad to get up in a woman's face? And personally, no, I don't understand that. Like that software doesn't compute in my brain. You know what I mean? Like, but I hear it's almost normal. Like that type of situation is almost like it's happening. I'm the aberration. The fact that I haven't been in a situation like that isn't normal,
Right. And I mean, I think it's I don't think there's one answer for why that would happen, for every situation. I'm sure it's all different, but it could be, maybe the woman is always, not to blame anyone, but just saying, maybe there's a woman's always jumping in your face, so you feel comfortable jumping back in her face, or maybe you're just a bitch ass nigga and you like to get all close and scream down people's faces. Maybe that's just something both of y'all do. I don't know. It really depends on the situation. Just in general, from what I've been in all types of different situations like this. I just find it best to, especially if you're arguing, definitely keep your space, because I know I get amped up. So it's always good to keep a healthy amount of space in between you and the person. All that clapping and shit. Don't nobody want to hear that, that close up, You never know how people are going to react. Some people react without thinking. And for sure, not to even say that men need to be, or women need to be prompted to put their hands on somebody, but just always keep your fucking hands to yourself. Nobody should be hitting anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
even if a woman hits a man, he definitely shouldn't hit her back, but he shouldn't be getting hit either.
This is true.
I just think everybody needs to just keep their distance and
relax.
Keep their hands to yourself. I mean, sometimes it's hard to relax. Especially if you're a fire sign. It's hard to relax.
Nah, but still, like, calm the fuck down. Like, I don't. And then this is me talking. This is just me. This is me talking from now on.
I don't think you haven't had these experiences yet, where it's just like, especially people that say disrespectful things to really push your buttons. Just really cutting below the belt. But I find keeping distance is good. Keep space in between you.
You know what?
You shouldn't be getting that close.
Now that you say that, I try to avoid even going there. Like, you're saying, like, people say things that they know is going to cut. Like, I've always been a person, I don't necessarily. But even if
you are, luckily you haven't been around women that do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Or even if they did, my brain goes to, well, fuck this, I'm out of here. Like, I check out.
You can't always leave.
I can always fucking leave.
Not always.
I'll leave.
Can't always leave.
Who's keeping me there?
I'm just saying, if you're in your house, if it's 2 in the fucking morning, or if it's cold outside, I don't know. You're in your. I'm just saying, you know what I mean. It's not always that simple, especially if you're trying to ignore and the person just keeps on saying shit. Because just sometimes, I mean, you're gonna lose your cool. But like I said, if it gets to that point where you're losing your cool, at least keep space in between you. Like you said, I mean, leaving can be go to a different room. You know what I mean? But regardless, you should never be that close to each other when you're arguing. You know what I mean? Especially if it's getting that volatile.
Yeah. That shit baffles me. That shit does baffle me. Like, even seeing, like, I try to put myself in people's shoes and just watching a video. No, I don't want to pick on this, like, Bow Wow situation, because we've seen it in I've seen it in person. I've seen it in other videos of celebrity. Like, just seeing like somebody approach anybody like that. I guess. I mean, let's try to keep it as equal as possible. But like, I mean, I grew up. You're supposed to protect women. I grew up valuing that aspect. Like, I never want to put hands on a woman. I never want to belittle or just be demonstrative, all that. And when I see it, it's just like, I don't even know what headspace I'd have to be in to get there. I don't know what somebody has to say.
Yeah.
I don't know what somebody has to say to me for me to get there. So that's why I just can't fathom. I'm not trying to act like I'm too good, this, that, and the third. No, I'm not above it. I just haven't been in a situation, I guess. But maybe you never are. Maybe I'm just too nonchalant about things. I was about to say let's move into something a little more fun, but the State of the Union was this week.
Aw. Ain't much to say about that. He brought up his damn wall over and over again.
This wall thing is like a built-in hand clap. You know what I mean? For like a certain amount of people as a built-in, you say, "I'm gonna build a wall." Yeah,
and now it's turned to, because he knows he ain't getting that damn money for the wall. Now it's turned to him saying that, "Well, I'm gonna put troops down there and make a human wall," and people are still fucking clapping for that shit. Like, really, my nigga?
What are you talking about?
So you're gonna sacrifice bodies and waste money and people's time to build a human wall?
We ain't wasting his money. That's all that.
Okay.
Ain't his money ain't wasting. It's just,
of course not.
I kind of want the wall to be built just so it can show that it does absolutely nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna happen when that? Like, if we do get this wall.
Wait, how long would it even take to build it?
Oh, it's fucking stupid.
Like, how many years?
Every wall that's gotten built, Berlin Wall, they all tear it down years later. Like, it's really a waste of money.
I'm just thinking, like, how long would this even take, nigga? Like, there's no point. It's just stupid. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about this nigga. Like, next, what else we talk about?
Wait, I had something else on that, though.
Oh, all right. What?
I think I had something else on that. Watching people just clap. Like, watching Leo said, like, if he's talented at anything, he's really talented on being able to say absolutely nothing for an hour. Mm-hmm. Absolutely nothing for an hour. And just watching people clap and people just kind of don't even know what they're clapping for. Like, it's crazy. Like, this just sheep mentality. And just, it's nuts. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it on the State of the Union. State of the Union is fucked. That's what's happening. That's the State of the Union. That is the State of the Union.
Fucked. Oh my goodness.
YouTube. YouTube is making an initiative to take down conspiracy videos.
Some bullshit.
They're gonna lose a lot of traffic with that. Because I've gone down the conspiracy video, but my question is, like, what makes it a conspiracy? A lot of conspiracies are true.
Right.
They end up being true. So, like what exactly
Google.
are we talking about?
Google Earth, yeah.
What?
Up in some shit. Because they always up in some shit. You know this is Google. I mean, they own YouTube, so.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
So fucking Google is fucking up with some shit.
Yeah, so you flat earthers aren't going to have any content to watch.
Flat earthers.
Who else is not going to have content? Yeah, I'm just concerned. What's going to be
deep. You got to go to disclose.tv.
Right. I'm starting a new YouTube. Right. It's going to have nothing but conspiracy videos. Come get your fix. Yeah, I'm just curious to find out, like, what constituted being a conspiracy video. And then down the line, there's stuff that was a conspiracy, and then later down the line, you found out it was actually true. So, like, are they going to put those videos back up?
Right.
I think it's under the tense that they don't want to aid in spreading false information. Mm-hmm. But I
know. Yeah, how do you discern between?
Like, who's the guy? Who's the person that decides this content isn't accurate? Mm-hmm. And then isn't it some form of censorship? Content creators, we gotta watch this shit. We gotta watch how this shit. We gotta pay attention. We gotta watch how this stuff, things of this nature, plays out. Because you're throwing content out and you're throwing, like, opinions, and, like, at what point is it a conspiracy theory or an opinion or speculation? You know, I think a call to action would be more problematic. Like, if they're actually telling you that this is what's happening, you need to go do this.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't something else going on? What else were you talking about? Oh, Twitter. What about Twitter?
I was listening to a podcast. It was, I guess, one of the CEOs of Twitter went on Joe Rogan podcast and was speaking about how they decide to how they're policing Twitter, the Twitter world, and how they a lot of the people that get banned right now, or a lot of the people that get flagged and marked, are people that have that lean right in their political views, and how that's been a thing that people are complaining about, and some of the things, because I feel like in the political spectrum, you got your left and your right, which is whack. I feel like they're both the same. But then you have extreme left, extreme right, right? And when you get to that point, I feel like it's more of a circle. I feel like the more you go extreme, the more you meet back on the other side, because
right.
Because if you,
sorry, I had to think about it in the State of the Union when he was like, nobody was like really cheering like that, and he's like, no more late term abortions. Ow! The men jump up. Abortion.
Like, it's so wild. It's so wild.
Like, this is what y'all got. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all didn't cheer this hard for nothing else. I mean, yeah, late term abortions aren't what's up, but relax. It's just like they just heard that keyword abortion. Like it's like you said, they're just waiting for these hot words to cheer.
These
Wall,
hot words.
abortion, gun rights.
America.
America.
All right.
Sorry, but keep on.
Where was I?
Talking about how they meet on the same end.
Oh, yeah. So, like, you travel. One of our things, like, is the violence. Like the alt-right that's connected to, that has been connected to Nazis and the KKK, and how it's empowering violence against minorities, right? But then if you travel further enough left, you'll have cause for violence as well, depending on who you're talking to. So, like, they meet. Like if we're saying violence and this, that is bad on one side, we got to say violence and this, that is bad on the other. So I think the concern with the right, or people that have right views as far as Twitter, is you're banning people left and right on the right side, but the same actions isn't being sent on the left. This is
what are these people saying that are getting banned? You know what I mean?
Depends.
Like, if they're just saying that they support whatever, but are they saying anything that sounds like it's going to be like harmful?
Yeah, well, that's what they're trying to get to the bottom of.
Call to action, you know what I mean?
That's what they were trying to get to the bottom of, and there was like a big backlash kind of with this with this Joe Rogan podcast in particular. A lot of people felt like the answers they wanted to get answered weren't being addressed.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, I don't feel like we're answering anything, right?
We're not.
All right, there is no
not.
answers.
But
okay.
If I walked out of anything after that podcast, is that Twitter don't even know how to operate this shit. I think the idea of Twitter is much larger than they expected to be able to govern. So there, and Twitter is an ever changing thing. It is literally a representation of, it's amplified, but it's kind of a representation of life itself. Like, people reporting on their day to day. But they're learning how to govern this shit as it goes along. And one of the guys was like, "We're gonna make mistakes." I think his name was Jack something. I don't know. I'm sorry. We're never prepared.
Whatever.
Yeah, look it up.
Whatever.
Do some fucking work. Can't do it all for you.
If you really want to know.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I can find it.
I'm already yachting. Who cares?
Anyway, but yeah, so people had an issue with that episode, and I think it's an interesting conversation because, again, content creators, it affects us. Yeah. It has the possibility of affecting us, so you kind of got to keep aware of it. But I don't know how you govern that. How the hell can you possibly, how they were addressing spam accounts and bots and like different
algorithms. Take care of those shit. Take care of those first.
Right. I'm a bald-headed black guy. If I get another weave page following me, like, what algorithm is that's allowing that to happen? Seriously. All these bundles.
I get one more fucking lifestyle page following me, leaving a fucking muscle emoji, some bullshit. Shut the fuck up. Like, bitch, you was not really following me.
Yeah. I ain't got shit else. You got shit else?
Not really.
Not really.
I guess that's it. We just wanted to check in with you guys.
Yeah. I think that's it for this week. Hey, thank you for everybody who's listening. Do not forget to comment, like, post, share, review, subscribe, all that stuff people tell you at the end of their videos that you ignore sometimes, but it's very vital.
Shady.
I'm shady as shit, nigga. I'm petty. Let me stop. You guys been doing awesome. Shout out to all the locations that have been listening. We see y'all. We definitely see y'all. We need to take some time out. What you think? I think I need to take some time out. Shout outs. If I knew y'all name, hey, hit us up and yeah, definitely hit us up. And if you want us to shout you out on a podcast, we'll shout you out by fucking name. How about that?
Let us know. Be like, that's me.
How about
what were the different cities you saw that were listening to us?
I'm trying to pull it up right now. Somehow I got signed out of SoundCloud. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Springfield, Virginia, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, always holding it down. Gaithersburg, is it Gaithersburg? Gaithersburg.
Merlin.
Shout out to Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to B-More. Shout out to Mount Holly, New Jersey.
Okay.
Havertown, PA. Never been. Jersey City. Shep.
Probably Havertown.
Yeah, it's probably Havard. You know. Centreville, Maryland.
Centerville, Maryland.
Centerville. Shout out to Kendall Park, New Jersey. Shout out to Ashburn, Virginia, Hillsborough, Hillsborough, New Jersey. I said it because I know it, but I need to say New Jersey. Shout out to Centralville, Virginia, Romeoville, Illinois, Albany.
Illinois, really? You put the S on it? Illinois.
Whatever. There's an S there. Shut up.
Oh my God. Keep going.
East Brunswick, New Jersey, St. Cloud, Florida, New York, Collingswood, New Jersey, Washington, D.C., Arlington, VA, Princeton, New Jersey, Edison, New Jersey. I'm trying to see if there's more.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, guys.
We all over the place, man.
I feel so loved.
What else we got? I seen some people in Vegas, in California, been checking us out. I just don't see their actual city, state. Every now and then we get a nice little listen from overseas.
Oh snap!
Shout out to Japan. Yeah, shout out everybody, man. Shout out everyone. Thank you for listening, and we'll tune in next time.
Yes.
All right, we out.
Later.